Hello, welcome to another episode of On the Bank Angling. Sorry I haven't been putting many videos up recently. I've had a big job move and I'm now moved all the way from my home in Devon up to Cheshire to work on a fishery up here. So that's why I haven't been posting a lot of videos recently. Kev's been going out a bit on the bank, so he'll be putting some videos up soon. Basically, this is the first time I've had a chance to get out since I've been up here. I obviously don't really know a lot of the fisheries up here, so I've gone to one that's only about 10 minutes from where I'm living. It's just outside Whitchurch, and it's supposed to be fairly well stocked with carp, so I'm hoping to get a nice spring carp out of the bank view. I've only got an afternoon. Like I said, I don't really know the fishery, so I don't know what the stock is or the sort of average size, but there was a bloke here last night. He had about 10 fish, so it must be fairly well stocked, but from all accounts it's you've got to get on them. So I've been here about half an hour, 45 minutes, and I haven't had a take yet. Just got 2 chod rigs out, because as you can see there's a lot of trees and stuff, so I'm thinking that this time of year there's going to be a lot of leaf litter on the bottom, added to which the chod rig's my favourite rig anyway. So that's what I'm doing. 2 bright hook baits on, and we'll just sort of see how it goes. I've only got a few hours. It's not a big place, no one else here fishing, so we can always move and get on the fish. It's really windy, so sorry about that. Let's see what happens anyway. Right, so I've changed spots now. Fishing a spot where the guy that fished last night had 10 fish from, so it's got to be in with a good shout. I mean, I was there for an hour in the other spot, nothing really happened. I mean, I know that's not very long in carp fishing, but you know, you've got if someone's had as many fish as that, I mean, you have to take notice of it, really. I mean, they may have spooked out the area, or this could be a good holding area for them at this time of year, so you can't really ignore those sort of signs in winter, to be honest. So hopefully get a few more indications and hopefully some fish out of this swim. Got one tight down the margin, and the other one just out by that large tree that's overhanging the water by a fair way. One's on a chod. I've changed the other one over. I'll show you the rig. You don't really want to fish tight to snags with chods, because you want to fish them on slackish lines. So taking the chod off one rod, it's fishing tight to the bridge. I've changed it. I'll show you the rig later. Okay, so let's see how we get on. Right, so first cast after moving to this new swim where the guy last night had 10 fish, and my right hand rod has screamed off after being out there for about 10 minutes. It's not a massive fish, but it is an absolute perler. What about that for an absolute stunner? It's only about 5 or 6 pounds, but it's a really nice looking fish, so I'm proper happy to catch this one. Hopefully catch a few more as well. There we go, slipping back. There we go, it's been a couple of hours since I caught that last fish, that little stunning little fully scaled, and I was thinking, to be honest, that it wasn't going to happen again, which is bad really when you're in a spot that's produced 10 fish the day before. But started getting a few liners, putting a bit more bait, and I've got another one. Again, not a massive fish, in fact it's even smaller than the first one, but it's another Another little mirror. Scrappy little things they are, and they obviously like the bait I'm putting in, so hopefully catch a few more now. We've only got about an hour and a half left. Catch a couple more as it goes into dark. It just sort of shows you, you know, certain areas of the lake in winter can hold a lot more fish than others, because I've got a rod fishing in another area and there's nothing happening on it at all. So if I didn't know about this spot, I doubt I'd be catching anything, but it doesn't really matter about the size at this time of year. Happy to just get a few runs. Slip this one back. Okay, so here's the overhanging snags that I'm fishing to. Snags are very good at this time of year, sort of late winter and early spring, because the fish will hold up in areas like this over the winter, because this an area of sanctuary really. It's a canopy over their heads, you know. The water's clearer at this time of year and they've got cover then from predators and things. There's also a bit more natural food in these type of areas, you know, and it's just good areas for the fish to just hold up in. Either that or really deep water generally. So if you've got big areas of snags like this on your lakes, make sure you give them a try during the winter months, because you never know, there could be a large group of fish under there. Well, that, like what's proved in on this lake in the last 24 hours, I mean, there's obviously a big group of fish under that tree, and the people that have been fishing here, including myself, have been lucky enough to, you know, pick a few off. So there you go, make sure you fish the snags in the winter. Just snuck a sneaky rod out in this back bay here. I've only had one rod all day that's been, you know, producing, well, all session that's been producing the bite, so I want to try and make the other rod work as, you know, as best as I can. So I've just snuck it out in the bay behind me. There's been a few fish rolling. I don't think they're carp, to be honest. They've been a bit small, probably more like bream or so. Fish just rolled then on the camera, but that wasn't a big fish either. Just lightly scattered some boilies out over an area just down here in the corner. And hopefully that one rattles off before I can go. It'd be nice to get both rods working. Right, so it's getting dimsy now. Not another fish, but there are plenty of fish showing. I've actually just recast one rod at what was definitely a carp show, a carp roll. So I've recast that one. Hopefully that one will go off before I go. There's only about half an hour left. The rod that was doing the bites seems to have slowed up, to be honest, as if the fish have just moved a bit away from that snag. Haven't had any sort of indications or liners on that one for a while now, so looks like they might have moved off that area, so I may not get another one before I go. But it's been an interesting little 5-6 hour session. Just seeing, you know, just good to get the rods out again really, and good to catch a couple of fish. So it's been good fun. Shows what you can do in, you know, just in a few hours, even in late winter, early spring like we are now. So you just got to keep an eye out for them carp. Once you find them, you can still catch them. So if I don't show you another fish again, that means I didn't catch one. So if I don't speak to you again, tight lines, and see you again in another video. Cheers. Right, well, this one really is a baby. Look at that. It's an absolute little stunner, but it's also not even a pound in weight. It's picked up my 16mm popper on the choddy, a size 6 hook, and it's nailed it. So that just sort of shows you they don't really select the bigger fish, they'll just catch what's there. So there you go. A little tiny little mirror to end the day. That's going to be that rod packed up now, and there you go. Wasn't expecting to see one this small here, but there we go. That's fishing, and it's a proper little character anyway, so there we go.